Washington Cool Book Manual Services for the limited jurisdiction of service in courts. The court limitation jurisdiction prosecute affidavit venue, the venue of actions for commerce under municipal ordinances. You have no warrants outstanding for your arrest, and also corporations have no traffic tickets, no citations, and balances are zero. Increments are on the criminal proceeding venue is under other laws. Other action shall commence in district court will be alleged offenses committed, or district court where elements of alleged offenses committed before and after the event of a warrant for arrest or issuing or stay warrant before and after. These criminal proceedings for the Washington Court rules, jurisdictions, petitions for deferred prosecution, criminal mistreatment, and services are connected to the courts of limited jurisdiction. Since there's no inquiries of incarceration or period incarceration, or also warrants outstanding warrants, and also tickets and citation, which is Department of Licensing, abstract DOL. They have also the Wash Collision Report for your accidents, reports on your insurance coverage. The abstract record also in Department of License has your insurance agencies and information for your any traffic violations, any high speeding or over intoxication of open container, closed container, or in the consumption of TH level of your marijuana intake, and also the alcohol intake for your breathalyzer, BAC. There's criminal rules on the court rules and limited jurisdiction on the Washington Court rules for Washington State, the prefacing currency of information. There's the rules of appellate court administration, Supreme Court administration rule. The general rules of GR, which is page 1, Code of Judicial Discipline rules for the judges, JR to J. Board of Judicial Administrative Rule, BJR, and also Rules of Professional Conduct, RPC, Mission Practice Rules, APC, Rules of Lawyer Discipline, RLD, Superseding, and Rules of Lawyer Discipline, and the Rules of Enforcement Lawyers Conduct, ELC. Washington State Codes of Evidence, ER, that's page 329. Rules of evidence and quality, and that's the documentation, sealed documentation with the Mr. McKenna Law Firm here in Moses Lake on Olive, has the services and purposes and equipment. Also, Tabler Wallace has equipment, SS equipment to fax here, Andy Miller at 519-736-0066, and also the ordinance of faxing information to Carol J. BENZEL, Othello Court. Adams County is Franklin County, and Adams County is Garrett, that's Benton County, which is here at 7112 Okanagan Place, the coroner's office 7110 West Okanagan Place. The titles and presumptions, civil actions and proceedings has presumptions, general and civil action proceedings. The sealed document says the stays sealed and also sealed by Superior Court Dixon and Adams County 220 West Broadway, and it's also sealed by Carol J. BENZEL, with the prosecutor that's been no longer with Othello, Washington. Now, Eddie, the prosecutor, and that's Adams County Prosecutor's Office in Ritzville, Washington. See, I can run, exercise, get some water, run, exercise in the back, knock on the door, and in the face of the sheriff's office and certain service agencies, and they'll call the police department, and they'll go call the police department. Call the police all you want, because I don't know what I want to say, but faults of arresting and detaining somebody in this way with no weapons or increments, and talking to Eddie, the prosecutor of Washington State Bar Association, for the service of exercising and asking for water, and also filling water jugs up at the sheriff's office, the Canine Administration Office, which the service opinion of experts and testimonies for riding on Highway 26, 27, 29, Highway 395, I-82, Oregon. That's Benton County Justice Department. That's Coroner's Office. That's J. Mueller Administration, 14 West South Union. Frank Musco, J. Mueller, Jennifer Mueller. the Mormons Church Stake Office, and President Stake, Vice President Stake Office. Gage Boulevard, which is the Social Security Office, originally 2 different locations. One first original place in 1972, and also another place in the prefab of the September 11, 2001, September 11, 2001. And then also the second event is Gage Boulevard, Cincinnati, Kenocowash 993, the second location where Natural Cascades Propane used to be 200 South Union, a Natural Cascade Propane Company. Now it's Klamath, Cincinnati Corporation. And also the 3 District Appeals Office at Klamath, Cincinnati, and also, of course, Social Security Office, which is 3 districts. Headquarters now, binded in one. See, Washington Rules of Evidence ER original effective in 1979 and April 2nd, including amendments received through August 15, 2000, 2020, 2019, 2018. Sealed documentation's been sealed 2018, 2019. They keep on. Walk on the crosswalk, walk to Andy Miller's office, walk upstairs, and also I was hit by a truck, by a Trailblazer SUV, 4-door, by Stephanie Swanberg, Maine Jordan Swanberg is a judge here, and also other judges in A, B, C, D, E, F, Superior Court, and also Municipal District Court, and also the Appeals Office here in Lee and Jadwin and Kennedy's building. The post office moved somewhere else, but the administration office for bankruptcies, overhauls, divorces, settlements, and also lawsuits. That's Cimaron 5 INC, Banquet Party, Restaurant, Bar, Motel, and that's Mr. Stephen is Sackman, and also Jadwin, J. Benzel, Mr. Buer, no longer fired. He's retired. They forced him to retirement 25 years, and also Mr. Judge Miller, 210 West Broadway, P.O. Box 187, 210 West Broadway, Richville, Washington 99169. Judge Miller, now Judge Dixon. Now, being a week at Dixon's office in State Petroleum Services increments, providing their services for fear of my life, and now I'm in Andy Miller's out of fear of my life administration, not having increments about the services for and there is no indigent defense here at all. There's no standard 3.2 standard caseload limits of indigency at all. The duties and responsibility for counts of reserve caseload limits and types of cases standards. Employment agreement shall specify types of cases which representatives shall provide maximum numbers of cases which each attorney is expected to handle. See, the cancel loads of public defense attorneys shall allow each lawyer to give each client a time and effort necessary to ensure effective representative. Neither defender organized county offices, contract attorneys assigned counsel should accept workloads by reason of effectiveness, size, interface with the rendering representation used to the standard quality representative contend these describe and minimum levels of attention, care, and skills of Washington citizens who accept state's criminal justice. This is the system. This is how the system works. The standard general counsel caseload limit maximum caseload for a fully supported full-time defense attorney's case of average complexity of each case type. Specified caseloads limits the reasonable in distribution cases throughout this year. Increased complexity practice in many areas require lower caseloads. Maximum caseloads limit should adjust downward when a mix of case assignments away on toward offenses and types demand more investigation and legal research and writing experts or social workers or expansion time as resource. Attorney caseloads assigned and workload required case types should be weighted accordingly. Now you've got footage and these officers, an officer like I did at the sheriff's office at prosecutor's office, and it's Eddie the prosecutor and Andy Miller prosecutor in 7112 West Okanagan, and that's the coroner at 7110 West Okanagan Place. And also the administration office. You can see there's no indigency at all. I have Mr. J. Felice, 190 East Main Street, Othello, Washington, is a lawyer, family lawyer, and also accident lawyer, and also John Cooney Law Firm, Mr. Jim, and Dallas Cooney is an accident lawyer and family lawyer and criminal lawyer. And also increments on that, Mr. Wallace Tabler is retaining $10,000 for equipment. and also the equipment necessary for the damaged increments or any so forth damaged increments during that race. And that there's no racing, there's no running away from enforcement agents, there's no warrants or outstanding warrants for arrest, and me going to DHCPS, also going to Annie Miller on YouTube, Facebook, walking and corporate and transport and Department of Transportation, the GTA, BFT, and the TSA, and also security card, and also driver's license, increments for CDL, Department of Health, identity theft, identity theft, and Social Security checks and increments. Now it's COVID-19, which increments and responsibilities that have the CBHA that get involved with the dental maxillary surgery for the surgery intake for the COVID-19 virus at Freda Courthouse. Melissa Knight, and also Larissa Perez, and also Eric Slinger, which is a corporate human resources. The human resources here is on YouTube, Facebook, and increments on their conversation with Sensei caught on fire. Sensei, I can run, exercise, go get a water jug, go to Eddie, prosecutor's office, go in the back of the sheriff's office, and I'm in their face in a conversation and let them know I have no words, I have saying words, and I can get water anywhere on these facilities, because facilities I have, this increments I have, the downloads, information, proof. An officer won't give you a business card, and that shows you false imprisonment or detaining or considering handcuffing his way to think you're getting away with increments on service, making shit up, making SHIT, the making garbage BULL, and the increments of the downloads in the laptop is going to be an element of you can browse and Facebook, YouTube, Mr. Sackman retaining money from Cimaron 5 INC Bank Repair Restaurant, Amir Singh Nijjar, AJ Amir Singh and SANJJ, which in the parking lot with the siblings and children in the vehicle, and also the mother and father and sibling immediate family member in the white Tundra, and also the Sequoia Platinum Red Lion, and also Mr. Don John Pavak Mumu, and also Lola Hernandez, Roberta Barela, Fabian Barela, Felix Barela, the Department Secretary of Department on YouTube, Facebook. It's coming to live. We're going to have downloads and increments, all this relevant evidence increments for the U.S. citizenship of the Social Security Office, and also the Social Security increments for the Social Security card replacement, Department licensing, and primary election, president election, and also COVID-19 professionals increments of taking down the workforce individuals, presidential primary election, going and get intake service of all the individuals in those rooms, and getting onto the lab at computer and doing the testing, and increments on your interest on that. The report analysis is feeded back the next day, and the information moving to another room to intake all those individuals. Microsoft 10, using Microsoft 10 in Worksource Center in Kennewick, and also Mosaic, Washington, and that's the police station, Mosaic Police Department, and that's a K9 dog unit, increments and people that like run from deviating, avoiding people just like this. These are prime footage, YouTube, Facebook, any recorded information on service increments, like helping your case or increments, having Jay Felice or Mr. McKenna from Olive, Mr. James McGee, Secretary of Staff, Mrs. Taylor, and Sheriff Taylor, and there's logos and emblems on 2001, marking on the brass outside, and September 11, 2001. They're apparently not getting any way, especially in the body cams on the warden officers, the Mosaic officers, and the Kennewick Police Department, and also the sheriff officers. They're in the back. That's Eddie prosecuting. They ain't getting away with any fees or services increments, and there's no indigency at all in these standards of indigenous defense services, just making things. COVID-19 is dragging everything out since,